The Egyptian pyramids are one of the world's most enduring mysteries. And while mainstream Egyptology has done an admirable job at uncovering the secrets of these magnificent structures, there are still many unanswered questions. What if the pyramids were built by a lost civilization? Join us as we explore this and other intriguing theories about the true builders of the pyramids. Did ancient aliens really build the pyramids? The ancient Egyptians were master builders, but how did they build the pyramids? One popular theory is that they were built by a lost civilization that predated the pharaohs. This lost civilization was supposedly more advanced than the Egyptians. Its members possessed knowledge of engineering and astronomy that the Egyptians did not have. They would have used this knowledge to construct the pyramids as tombs for their elite members. This theory is supported by the fact that the Egyptians did not have any written records of how the pyramids were built. Nor do they have any surviving architectural plans or engineering manuals. It's as if they just knew how to build them. Ancient astronaut theorists take this a step further and propose that the pyramids were actually built by extraterrestrials who came to Earth thousands of years ago. They point to the precision with which the pyramids were constructed as evidence of this. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is remarkably accurate, with its sides matching up perfectly with the cardinal directions. This could only have been done with advanced technology, they say. Furthermore, the Egyptians had no written records of how the pyramids were built, nor do they have any surviving architectural plans or engineering manuals. It's as if they just knew how to build them. Some believe that the Egyptians were visited by aliens who showed them how to build the pyramids in exchange for gold or some other valuable resource. Others believe that the aliens simply built the pyramids themselves without any help from the Egyptians. Who built the pyramids? Mainstream Egyptologists generally reject the idea that the pyramids were built by anyone other than the Egyptians. They point to evidence that shows that the Egyptians were capable of building such structures without any outside help. For example, they have found tools and materials that were used in the construction of the pyramids, as well as workers, villages, and other evidence of a large-scale construction project. Furthermore, they argue that there is no evidence of any lost civilization that predates the Egyptians, let alone one that was more advanced than they were. There is also no evidence that the Egyptians were visited by aliens. It is true that the Egyptians were a highly advanced civilization for their time. They developed sophisticated systems of writing, mathematics, and engineering. They also had a deep understanding of astronomy and used this knowledge to build their pyramids with remarkable accuracy. However, there is no evidence that they were more advanced than other civilizations of their day. Nor is there any evidence that they were visited by aliens. In fact, mainstream Egyptologists have been able to piece together a pretty accurate timeline of the construction of the pyramids. They believe that they were built over a period of several decades, with each pyramid taking around 20 years to complete. The workforce consisted of skilled laborers who were paid for their work and who lived in nearby towns and villages. There is no need to invoke lost civilizations or ancient astronauts to explain how the pyramids were built. The Egyptians were quite literally capable of anything. We may never know for sure who built the pyramids. However, mainstream Egyptology has provided a plausible and well-supported explanation for how these magnificent structures were built. The idea that they were built by a lost civilization or aliens is more intriguing, but it's not supported by any evidence. Thanks for watching. You think the pyramids were built by a lost civilization or aliens? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.